Premier Hancock did receive some questions yesterday in his daily briefing about when Alison Redford is going to return to the legislature. She is continuing to sit as MLA for Calgary Elbow, but has not been in her chair in the legislature. What do we know about that right now, Karen and Graham? Is there...
Well, this is a huge question, right? When will Redford return to the legislature?
Of course, the question is, why is she even sticking around as an MLA? That's another question. We're going to ask her about that. But I think the party does not want her to step down. If she was to step down, it would force a by-election, and they would lose that by-election more than likely in Calgary.
I also think, on a personal level, for Redford, I mean, it's kind of like ripping the Bandaid off. That first day that she comes back, she's going to be hounded by the press. I mean, we have not heard from her on the Sky Palace, which was perhaps the most explosive story of the year so far, set aside from her resignation. That requires some accountability, and we haven't heard from her on severances. We haven't asked her anything about whether she'll stay on as an MLA for Calgary Elbow, how long she can stay away from the legislature. All of these things are huge questions. The other thing I'll mention is that Redford is notorious for not liking the media. She never talked to us when she was premier. So she is probably just avoiding us generally because she doesn't like to be in front of the cameras, and she always had a phalanx of people around her: press secretaries, comms people, security guards. I mean, you couldn't get near her as a reporter. She would just march right on by and not answer questions every day. She won't have that anymore, so it'll be really interesting to see what she does when she gets back, because it's on her now. She's going to be making these decisions for herself.
But I'd say, from both a personal and a political perspective, the longer she stays away, the worse it gets. I mean, Karen used the analogy of ripping off a Band-Aid, and I'd say if you don't rip the Band-Aid off, then the wound festers underneath. I mean, nothing good happens. The longer she's away, the more attention her absence draws to itself. It would be probably better for her, both as a human being and a politician, to come in, run the gauntlet, and then let the issue die.